Hey guys, this is Hey guys, this is Tashina, and I'm here with Rhian from WifeLife.
Hi.
I'm visiting her right now, so we thought it'd be fun to film some videos. We filmed a couple. They'll be up on my channel and her channel, so I'll link to that down below. But right now, we're going to be doing a joint Q&A, and a bunch of you guys submitted questions on Twitter and Instagram. So I'm picking ones from Twitter first.
Do you want to come in a bit more? I feel like
Yeah, I'm very on. How did you two meet / become best friends? Question, exclamation point.
Well, we met on this app called Tinder.
We met through YouTube, basically. We had some mutual friends, because in the cruelty-free vegan space, it's very small.
Yeah, there's a handful.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so you all kind of know each other. I think we knew who each other were, but had never talked. And then we just started talking, and then when you went to LA with Pacifica, you brought me with you. And that was when we first met in person, and we spent like the weekend together.
And everyone's like, have you guys known each other for years? We're like, yeah. Like,
Forever. Yeah, we had like just met for real.
The rest, as they say, is history. That's going to be my part in this video, is just saying like really cheesy grammar lines.
You sounded like Bilbo Baggins. This is from the Viet Vegan, who is another YouTuber who does vegan food.
Yeah.
I love her videos.
Her food pictures. Goddamn.
It always makes me so hungry, so sometimes I purposely avoid it.
Sorry, I can't look at your stuff. It makes me too hungry.
So what are your favorite go-to meals? I do a lot of really simple stuff like kale salads. I've been really on a vermicelli noodle kick lately. I'm making like vermicelli salad bowls.
What is a vermicelli?
It's like a thin noodle that is made from either beans or rice.
Oh, okay. And you cook them for like 0.2 seconds?
Yes.
Those ones, yeah.
And then you drain them and you add tasty things. And then buffalo cauliflower, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Can I just plug your buffalo cauliflower recipe on your own video?
Feel free.
If you've ever wanted to have buffalo cauliflower, go to link it.
Yeah.
She'll link it. It's amazing. I make it all the time. It's so good.
So good. Buffalo anything is good.
Mine really depends how lazy I am. I do a lot of like bowls. What did I figure out I do? Oh, a green, and a protein.
Do you have a video on that? I feel like you do.
I did a bowl in one of my videos.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll do like quinoa or rice, and then kale or arugula, and then like some kind of proteiny thing. Otherwise, Guardian chicken sliders.
The chicken sliders are good. What do you put on them though?
Just mayo.
Okay.
And sriracha. And sometimes a little fake cheese.
That sounds good.
You know,
I do.
What I really want to do is put one on the side of a Bloody Mary.
That would be really good. We should do that. We should go get some. I do pickles and buffalo sauce.
Damn. Yeah, they're really very good.
They're so good. How we each got into, one, your original cruelty-free transitions, and which obviously inspired you to start, two, blogging, YouTube.
Well, I was like raised vegetarian and then later vegan. Then I moved to America and I ate eggs and cheese for a while. And I know. It was very unhealthy for me. Like my body felt distinctly different from doing that.
Yeah.
And then I kind of was like, okay, get a grip, turn that back around. And then I feel like past that, then my transition was relatively slow. Like the diet part was no issue for me, but there's so much more than just diet, right? So like the makeup and stuff and, you know, leather goods and things like that, I then kind of did that slowly. Was that the question? I was just sharing stuff on like Tumblr or Instagram, and then people would be like, you should make a video, or like you should make a blog about this or whatever. So it was really just from people asking.
That's awesome. For me, cruelty-free was like, it was slow too. So I first started talking about cruelty-free when I was in like middle school. I did like class projects on animal testing in the cosmetic world, and I didn't wear makeup at all in like middle school or high school.
I wore enough for both of us.
It like didn't really impact me. Sometimes friends would put eyeliner on me or black lipstick. That happened a few times.
Cute.
Yeah, it was a good look. But it was very, very gradual, like dietary for me. I stopped eating red meat like a long time ago. And then eventually I stopped eating dairy because I'm severely lactose intolerant. And I felt a lot better. And then I like debated going vegan for a long time, but I didn't have like support around me to like help me figure out like how to swap things out, things like that. And I feel like that can be very difficult even if you have it online.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it makes such a huge difference. And then after I met Justin, he was already vegan, so then I was able to switch my diet. And then it just made sense to switch all of my products to cruelty-free and vegan as well. And at that point, I had actually already been blogging for a really long time. I, as a teenager, wanted to learn how to code. So I started blogging as a way to learn different things about coding websites. And so it was kind of like a fluffy thing. And I was already doing beauty blogging before I switched to cruelty-free. And I just made the transition with Logical Harmony at the same time. Everything, all my stats plummeted, all my partnerships disappeared. I basically started over from scratch. So I just like kept going and then just kept building on top of it. What's your favorite thing about each other? And also, is it hard to sustain your friendship long distance? I don't think it is.
I don't feel like it's that hard.
I feel like we talk so much. Like, we basically talk every day.
Yeah, but then also sometimes we might not for a few days.
Yeah.
And it's not like a big deal.
No.
Then you just like start up again.
Yeah.
Because everyone gets busy and...
Yeah, like everyone has stuff going on. And it's now been, what, like over a year since we've seen each other, but I feel like it doesn't, we pick up right where we left off. Like, it makes no difference at all. I don't think it's hard to sustain. And I think we're both just very understanding of like, you get busy with stuff. Life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Favorite thing about each other. I think your sense of humor, because I can be sarcastic and dry and you understand it and you don't think I'm being a jerk.
No, it's because I'm British.
You're like, oh, this makes perfect sense to
That's
me.
just how we speak to each other.
Yeah.
You're like, you dickhead.
Yeah, so I love it because sometimes I worry about offending people or them being sensitive. And I don't have to do that with you because I know you know I'm joking.
Yeah. I just always assume that you are. What's my favorite thing? Wait, was that your favorite thing? Okay. I think my favorite thing is that you're like, you remind me of my family in that whatever like weird crazy thing is going on in your life, you can tell them and there's zero judgment. You're just like, yeah, man. Like, life sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that's what I like, is that there's no judgment. Like, I know I could probably tell you some really crazy stuff and you'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, same.
I feel the same way with
You
you.
know?
Like, I feel like we can talk about things that we can't necessarily talk about with other people because we're both just like, I'm just here to be your friend and listen and be supportive.
Yeah, like, I don't feel like either of us would ever be like, you know, like it's something we would say. You'd just be like,
Yeah. Like,
Life.
that's what you're going through. It happens. Filming tips you wish you had known when you started YouTube, or things in general, not just filming necessarily. Mine is push through the awkwardness because it's weird. It's really weird to be sitting here and there's a camera there. And like, it feels really, really uncomfortable at first.
and you will get people commenting on that too. You'll be like, wow, you never smile. And it's like, you try sitting in a room with yourself and a camera and just sit there giggling.
Yeah.
Like, it's strange, you know?
It's really strange. It's really weird.
It does come with time though.
Just, and also do like what you're comfortable with. Like, don't feel like you have to do what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Do what works for you because it's awkward enough as it is. So don't feel like you have to live up to like someone else's expectations or do things the way other people do them. Do what works for you.
Definitely. And I think also, like, you don't have to spend a ton on stuff right away.
No.
You can get like the bare bones basic filming equipment. Like, you don't necessarily need a light if you have a window.
Yeah, exactly.
You can film a lot of stuff on your iPhone. Like, that's a great camera.
Yeah, especially on the newer iPhones. Like, pretty much, I think it was almost the entire first year I was doing YouTube. Maybe it was slightly less, but at least the first 6 months, it was all shot with an iPhone 5 and like a little clip-on microphone. That's why I wore gigantic necklaces in all those early videos, so you couldn't
amazing.
see it. And then I think we got like a box light set off Amazon for $50.
Yes, you can get really cheap lighting on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Great.
as you maybe make more money, if you decide to make it your job or you want to up your game a bit, you can just add in certain things. Like here, the lights that are lighting the backdrop were like the first lights I bought.
Yeah, these are the same
Yeah.
as what I have at home,
So
too.
you might like add things in, but it doesn't mean you can't still use,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like you don't need to go fancy right out the gate. Just use what resources you have and make it work.
Yeah, as long as like your personality shines through and your content is like valuable content, people will still watch it. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter if you have like 10 ring lights.
Exactly. That would be blinding.
Like I do. No, I'm just kidding. If you weren't sent PR packages, what percentage of beauty or makeup products do you think you'd actually purchase with your own money?
A lot. So I've been doing a lot of hauls lately, and it's like definitely a mix. Sometimes it's like strictly stuff I'm sent, but I buy a lot of stuff, and for a long time I bought the vast majority of stuff too.
I think I would still, yeah, I think I would still buy a lot, but it would probably be from a lot of the same people who do send PR.
Yeah.
Because I think once you get like a relationship going with the brand that you really like anyway, you're like, well, this is kind of like mutually beneficial. I love your stuff, and now we can work together. So I think I probably still would buy a lot, but it probably wouldn't be different products.
Yeah.
A lot of it would still be from the same kind of brands.
Totally. And I think too, I'm sure it's the same for you, but like a lot of the brands that send me stuff, I still buy things from them. And sometimes too, I want to know, like, I want to make sure that the customer service experience is still the same for you guys.
Yes.
And so that's part of it too.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we're in this job is that we genuinely enjoy that stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I mean, my collection is definitely a lot bigger now, but I had more than the average person before too.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Brand you'd most like to collab or work with, and why, besides ones you already have?
I don't know. I feel like there's so many, yet like, I'm trying to think of who stands out.
That we've not worked with. I mean, I feel like we're both pretty lucky in that we do work with some brands that we like, are obsessed with.
Yeah. I think for me, ColourPop would be one. Because I love their stuff. Dose of Colors, I feel like, is another one too, because I really like their lip stuff.
Their stuff is really nice.
Yeah. And the Desi Katie collection is really good. And the fact that the highlighters in it are vegan gives me hope that more of their face products will be vegan. Who is it for you?
Charlotte Tilbury. Like, we could just sit here and make noises about that. Charlotte Tilbury, man. I love her.
Her stuff's so good.
You can tell from her products that she has been in this industry for, no offense, 100 years at least. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
like, she knows what
what's
works.
good.
Yeah. And she knows where there's gaps in the market too, I think.
And I imagine too, in her process, she's very, very strict about quality control.
And you can tell. Sometimes if I'm out and I've got like a compact, I'll just be like,
Look at my fancy gold thing. Sometimes that's the main reason to bring it.
right.
It's fancy.
What is your favorite set of makeup brushes? I think we're gonna say the same.
Ooh, I don't know if we are.
No?
What if we say different?
We might.
Should we say it on 3?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
MOTD.
I like Spectrum too, though.
Oh, I haven't tried them yet. Hit me up.
They're so good. They sent me like a little mermaid collection. It's in a seashell.
Oh, damn.
So good. I do like Sigma a lot too.
Sigma are nice, but I feel like the MOTD sets are just like,
Yeah, like they have everything.
yeah.
And I like that you can get a face and eye set.
Actually, also, can I add another one in?
Yeah.
I like the Furless Pro kit. I think it's what this coloring, this brush comes in. It's like a whole like makeup belt with like all of the brushes in it. That's also a really good one if you want to have like 100 brushes.
I still need to get that. I have like their black brushes, but that's it.
Someone said, can we do a tipsy makeup tutorial? It would just be the same as normal, really, wouldn't it?
And I can do my makeup tipsy and it looks basically the same.
Yeah. Sometimes I think it looks better because you're like not really obsessing over stuff as much. You're just like, slap a little on. Number 1 Holy Grail cruelty-free and vegan makeup / beauty product. Damn. I don't know if I can answer that kind of question.
Oh, I have an answer. Loving Tan.
Damn.
If I could only do one thing, if my makeup was taken all away from me, as long as I could still use Loving Tan, I would be
honestly,
okay.
I agree.
Because it
I didn't even think about that.
does enough. Technically, it's not makeup, but
No, but it fixes everything.
yeah.
Actually, I have a new face tanner that you need to try.
Is it the Kula? I love that.
Do you have it?
I have it.
Oh.
It's so good.
Yeah,
So
self-tanner. Loving Tan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone asked about music. I have a hard time answering what music I've been liking.
I've been listening to The Weeknd and the Rushmore soundtrack. Two polar opposites.
There you go.
Yep.
I can't answer right now. It's too much of a question, you know?
I saw it up there. I love when Darla, the dachshund, comments, because when you go to her account, it's all dogs, and then I imagine it's literally the dog, like, typing away.
It's not.
It's a human. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's a dog puppet with a little human.
God damn it.
Controlling it.
I love Darla. She's so cute. If you guys aren't following Darla, do you say dachshund?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I say dachshund.
I say that sometimes, and I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it.
Darla.
Say dachshund.
Darla the doggo. Someone said alien conspiracy theories. That's a whole nother video in itself.
If makeup disappeared overnight, what's another topic you're both passionate about and would change your channels to be about?
I mean, I don't know if I can speak for you, but I feel like we both care about, like, mental health. from different perspectives. So I think that could possibly be something that we would both care about.
Yeah, I think mine would be like more from the crystal gripping hippie side of things. And like, I would probably talk more about like, you know, like using crystals and essential oils and things like that. Because that's something I do a lot and that's very important to me. I mean, that's why I have a crystal shop. And I think yours would be more like maybe, I kind of want to say practical.
Yeah.
Necessary everyday things, maybe.
Well, I just think because I'm more mental than you are. You know? Like, realistically. I think I might be a little crazier. I think that could be something that we both care about and we see as important, not just for ourselves, but for other people, and realize that it's something that does need to be addressed in the world.
Yeah.
Like how we help other people.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. That's the one thing I can think of that I know we both care about from different perspectives.
Yeah. And I think too, like, mental health could be anything from just like managing stress and anxiety. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be. A lot of people think like that means like depression or bipolar, things like that. And I think it can just be everyday how to stay fucking sane, you know?
It's a huge spectrum.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of overlap with stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I think.
You think that would be something we both... Yeah, I feel like we both care about that.
Yeah. Dang, someone requested a vegan wine tasting video. What are we doing?
You should have told us sooner so we could make preparations.
Do you share any vegan holy grails? I feel like we have to because our makeup collections overlap a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's holy grail for you, but I think white gold from Root is a highlight.
It's beautiful.
It's so good.
I think with foundations, maybe not quite as much because we have different skin types.
Yeah. What is your holy grail foundation?
Probably the Anastasia stick foundations.
That's a good one.
Because I can use it over... If I put a ton of moisturizer on, I can really sheer it out and have like a light coverage. Or you can like... You get full coverage with that.
Yeah.
And they're, I think, more so, they're a drier product, so they're more for oily skin, so that's, like, suits me fine.
And they're super affordable, I think.
Especially for how much product you get.
Yeah.
I know I did a bunch of comparisons for stick foundations, and theirs was, like, very reasonable.
Yeah. I feel like we like a lot of the same things. Honestly, I feel like it's really hard to say what are my holy grails, to be honest.
Yeah, because just so much.
so much. And there's so many like good products and they're good for different things. They're good for different skin types or different looks. I don't know. I've been working on redoing like a vegan holy grails or like top 10 favorites for like forever. And every time I'm like, I've nailed it down. Then I'm like, wait.
It's hard to commit.
This one, it's so hard to commit. I'm sure you're the same way. Like, we try so many things, and there's so much good stuff out there.
In our jobs, it varies so much more than your average person. Like, your average person might stick to the same foundation for years.
Yeah.
But for us, it might be like the next week you get something else, and you're like, this is mind-blowing.
Yeah, like, this is so good.
And also, the things we use in videos might not always be the same things we use in real life.
Yeah.
Because in videos you have 100 lights in front of you. You know what looks good on camera, but what looks good on camera isn't always the same thing that looks good in person.
Yeah, or sometimes you apply it differently. Sometimes I do, actually, one thing I do on camera a lot is I apply more concealer than I do in real life because I feel like my under eye circles are more, I don't know, I notice them more under the cameras. Or under the lights, I mean, not cameras.
HD though, it's terrifying, isn't it?
Sometimes.
You're just like, ooh.
Well, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who asked questions.
There's some really good ones.
Yeah, there were some super good ones. And this was fun to do together because I think some of it we had very different perspectives on and some of it we have very similar. And like I mentioned, I'll link to Rhian's channel down below. You're probably already subscribed to her, but if you're not, you should.
Thank you so much.
And I'll see you guys next time.